Carla Page, and welcome to my program. Thank you so very much for watching. I really, really appreciate you watching. I mean that. I truly do. This week, we've got some very special guests that I'm just so honored to have here to talk to them. One gentleman here that we're going to be speaking with, I've known for years, and we have our own backstory. And then I met a lady recently that I want you to meet. Okay, so both of these people are here. Please let everybody know to watch, because this is one that you won't want to miss. You don't want to miss this one. I've got with me Elizabeth Walsh, and I also have Justin Cheers. You've heard of those names, haven't you? Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to talk a lot about Schenectady, the Electric City, my hometown, and I'm excited about this show. I really am. Welcome you both. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Carla.
Thank you both for having the time and taking the time to be here. Elizabeth, we'll start with you because I was just at a function at your house, right?
My backyard.
At your backyard. Yeah. And I loved it. And we were celebrating Declaration Day, which was the 4th of July, Independence Day, as people know it to be Independence Day. And a lot went on that day in Schenectady. All day long. There were speakers and there was meetings and there were things going on. Can you just recap that for us? What happened? I mean, at your backyard, but even before we got to your backyard, the stuff that happened.
Sure. And what did you feel, Carla, when you stepped into the backyard?
When I stepped into your backyard, I honestly felt agape love. I did. I felt it rushed right at me, and I felt very comfortable being there. And I didn't know you at all.
Mm-mm. No, and what a gift it was for Latanya Lee to introduce you to me, and to know from your mirror that you felt it, because I felt it from the beginning at 8:30 in the morning on the banks of the Mohawk River, where we gathered, where we were led by Goniosta Jock and John Scandore from Sky Woman's Forever Farm, a rematriation project in Schoharie County. But they are Mohawk and Oneida, and they grounded us in the deep roots of democracy that flow through the Mohawk River Valley well before the Founding Fathers arrived. There was a constitution that had this indissoluble confederacy of nations that were bound together by the great law of peace. And they gave us some context about both that history and how the Founding Fathers learned from them. But this deeper tradition, and they begin every governance meeting or school day or even a social dance with some version of the words before all else, and those are words of greetings and thanks for all the beings that give life and allow life to continue. And although we took the checks and balances part of that Constitution, there are other really powerful parts that are part of a politics of flourishing that didn't get included, and but are still practiced in so many of our communities and our deep traditions of beloved community building. So it was a day to celebrate Declaration Day. That independence was an illusion. We're so interdependent, and sadly, when we declared our independence as a nation in 1776, we didn't declare our independence from the Triangle Trade. We didn't declare independence from an economy that perpetuated a lot of harm, genocide, and slavery, and the rest. And so, but it's a powerful document, that Declaration of Independence. It's our declaration. It was made for all of humanity. There's a beautiful book by Danielle Allen about our declaration in defense, a reading of the Declaration in Defense of Equality. But there's a second sentence of that Declaration of Independence. That is some powerful stuff, but it's a 5-clause sentence, and people only remember the first 3 clauses that end with the right to life, liberty, and happiness, but leave out the last 2 that are about that to secure these rights. It's our responsibility to secure these rights. Governments are constituted by the consent of the governed. And if the government doesn't afford for the well-being of the people, it's the right of the people and the responsibility to self-organize around principles that better provide for our safety and happiness. And at a moment at this moment on the clock of the world, it's really empowering to remember that we still have those rights and responsibilities, and that we can, it's our birthright to create a politics of flourishing and to use our word. It's not a document. We don't celebrate a document from 1776. We celebrate the practice of liberty. And so Declaration Day was an opportunity to celebrate a tradition longer than U.S. fireworks, but the tradition of the power of the people's declarations. And so after there was the 8:30 gathering at the river, and then there was Yoga for Sovereignty at Inner Bliss Yoga that Rosa Rivera led, and then at the steps of City Hall there was a reading of the Declaration of Independence, and then where the NAACP hosted Declaration Day, a living tradition, we went and brought forth the words of the Declaration of Sentiments from Seneca Falls in 1848. Frederick Douglass, 1852, What to the Slave is the 4th of July. Declaration of American Women from 1977, spoken word poetry from Adonis Richards, and then a declaration of one Schenectady from community members who declaring a possibility for the future where we're organizing, nurturing, and empowering, inspiring change together.
And the
That was a
group
mouthful, huh?
Oh yeah, I know.
Sorry, you set me up.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, okay. This one can talk.
Bring her back in.
This one can talk. Ooh. So I'm going to ask you this, and then I'm going to talk to Justin. But let me ask this of you. Who were I know there were a lot of organizations that were there and represented, but who actually put this together and formed it?
I mean, there were so many different organizations that had different parts that played to their unique contributions. Like there was somatic dance and yoga, and that was organized by Inner Bliss Yoga and Wellness, but Rosa Rivera and Ashley Rutledge were the leaders for those, and they have deep commitments to social justice in Schenectady. Ashley's newer, but Rosa's been part of leading really powerful change for a long time. NAACP, I mean, Justin's going to give us the roots of the Schenectady NAACP, but we are committed to bringing people together and getting into good trouble together, and has so many different committees for people to be able to make a difference in. But we really, the NAACP of Schenectady saw bringing the power of words is really important. NAACP is known for a lot of legal words and power, but also journalism and making sure that we disrupt journalism that adversely portrays people of color and often having their own words. So that was a very natural fit there.
Yeah,
and then the Electric City Community Grocery, it makes sense for the co-op to have a potluck and a cookout.
Yes.
So but we had folks from all those different groups throughout.
Oh, good, good.
And
wow.
And different organizations.
I was glad to be there. I was really happy that LaTanya had. She said, because we had been to another cookout earlier in the day, right? She's like, you got to go to this other cookout with me. I said, all right. And I didn't mind. I love people. I'm a people person. And I thank you for being welcoming to me. I mean that. Justin Cheers, you ready to speak?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I was saying earlier when I was introducing the show that you and I have some history. And I feel that because I know your family. I've known them forever. We're all Schenectadians.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but you and I did some broadcasting together some years back. Do you want to just recap that briefly to the viewers? And there'll be people I know who will be looking at you and saying, I remember him. I remember when he was on Carla's show.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you just
Absolutely.
familiarize that?
I appreciate it. No, our relationship does go far back, first off. Born and raised in here, and Schenectady is always home. I'm not leaving. This is where I want to be and what I want to see grow. When I was on here last time, you guys see me running for New York State Assembly for the 111th District. We ran a really good race, got a lot of people power going, ended up doing a lot of good things, working out and getting a lot of money raised for community organizations, things that were needed. And now I was able to continue to learn and work, and I'm excited for what's next. And there is something next coming soon. But it was a blessing to be on Miss Page's show, and I was just talking to Jeremy as well, that I was on here when I was younger, as a little person with my godfather Val Chastity had brought me over here way back when, and Miss Dolores Elise was also on as well. Yes. So I was, I've been. This will always be a dear place in my heart. So it's always a pleasure when I'm able to be invited onto your show.
Oh wow! Thanks for coming back.
Yes,
yes. And I do see really amazing things for you.
Thank you.
I mean that truly, because you've got it. You got what it takes.
Thank you so much.
You do.
I
You got what it
appreciate that.
takes. You do. So the NAACP. Tell people what the N, the A, the C, the P stands for.
Yeah, you're gonna put me on the spot. So National African American. Excuse me. Correct me, Elizabeth. Go ahead.
National Association of
Advancement of Colored People.
Yes.
Because my mind does two
Now,
different
did
things.
it ever change to African American, or is it still colored?
No, it's still colored.
It's still
Yeah,
saying
colored.
C
Yeah.
for colored.
C for colored. Yeah.
Okay, colored people. Okay, all right. And so you are the vice president.
Yes, ma'am.
And Nikita
Hardy.
Hardy is the president.
Yes, ma'am.
Erica Mortimer is the secretary, and Cynthia Farmer is the treasurer. So it seems like years ago, didn't we have a chapter, Justin, of the NAACP years ago
Yes.
here in Schenectady?
Absolutely, years ago. Started by my great cousin, Mr. Stamper. That was one of the original founders of the Schenectady NAACP, and kind of set forth what it meant to put community first and to do the work behind scenes where people don't see you at times, and doing the writing, the legal work, connecting people when they didn't have connections, putting them in places where they couldn't, and being the voice in those rooms where they could never see. And that's what the NAACP started as and continues as even now. As I'm blessed to be able to continue to do this good work from every position that I am, employment and otherwise, where I make sure that I'm always available to the best of my ability to be on the forefront of focusing on our community, allowing Miss Elizabeth to blossom the way she has in the city of Schenectady and all the great work she does. I'm just blessed that she was able to put me a part of her declaration day when she came to me with her vision. And if you were able to make it, you would have seen how beautiful it was to see such unity and love in one space.
Yes.
So that is the foundation. Started with my family, as we're one of the original families in Schenectady, and I'm happy that I can continue that tradition on.
Yes, sure. Because I remember different people over the years that were the president back then of the NAACP.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Perriman, and just so many other people I can just think of.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad we have it again here, too.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, Elizabeth, you are the membership chair, right? Okay. So you are seeking members then?
Yes. Yes. I'm glad to be part of building and bringing more people into the movement.
Okay.
It's been going since 1909. Yeah.
Okay, so how are you doing that? How are you getting members?
Well, I think it's word of mouth, and then it's also being able to, having NAACP is about people power, and so when we show up, the more we are showing up, the more opportunities there are for people to be able to get involved. We have a lot of committees that have space for leadership. There's been a resurgence of the NAACP in recent years, but we're still rebuilding. And so it's an exciting time to step into a movement that has a deep lineage and also a new beginning. And so and we partner a lot with other organizations. There have been some recent press releases about noting some challenges in patterns in the way that our city council and our races have been covered by in the local press, and getting out there and calling out patterns when they exist, patterns in some of the way that our political machines have been operating, but being able to draw attention to that and create invitations to, create that politics of flourishing. We don't talk about it like a politics of flourishing, but you feel the love when you feel the love, and that can ultimately will overcome the systems of oppression.
Now, where are you from originally?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Central.
And what brought
Pennsylvania.
you to Schenectady, New York?
It's a long story.
Is it?
But I married my husband, Eric Johnson, but I was introduced to my husband by his mother at a wedding. And she loved Schenectady very, very much. In the last 3 years of her life, we visited Schenectady a lot and got to know the city more through her eyes. And he had been gone for 29 years. He grew up here.
Okay.
But I think in the last 3 years of his mom's life, he could feel not just the new investment that had been happening. You mentioned job. He had to leave because there were no jobs available
Yes.
before. But there's a spirit of Schenectady that's rooted in cooperation
It is.
and love for people and places. Walter Simpkins always talked about the
Yes,
creativity.
Walter, we miss you.
We miss you, Walter. But there is a creative spirit that's here, and I I'd moved to Denver to be with Eric after being in Buffalo for 3 years, but I'd had a decade in Texas, and that was too far away from my family in Central PA and in Boston area, and so we knew we wanted to move back east
Sure.
at some point, and Kismet, it's
Here
where
you
it's where
are.
we're meant to be.
That's good.
So,
Here you are.
yeah.
Thanks. Justin, aren't you related to Mr. Joseph Allen? He was a city council member and the first African American on the Schenectady City Council, and the city council president. Aren't you related to him?
Yes, ma'am.
In what way?
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
So rest his spirit. Yes, ma'am.
So that's your first cousin?
Second cousin.
That's your second
Yeah,
cousin.
that's
So
my-
tell us how are you related
So
to
from
him?
my father. So my father's John Chairs. That's his first cousin, and we're related to the Allens, the Stampers.
Oh, okay.
My mother's a Mason, so I'm related to the Thomases, the Lyons, the Edwards. It's a very big family.
Okay.
When the two of them got
I
married.
thought you were related
Yeah, so-
to him. I thought so. Yes, I loved him. He's been on my show, and again, we say may his soul rest in peace. And he was a force to be reckoned with
yes.
in this town.
Yes, he didn't take.
Oh,
any
Elizabeth
nonsense.
should have met him, right?
That's true.
You
was
should
all
have met
about it.
him.
Yeah, he was 100%. That's when Schenectady still had wards, and he was the powerful voice at that time when he took over, and him and his brother both running at one point, and he made and they continued to be active.
That was Arthur, right?
yeah,
Arthur
yeah,
Allen.
yeah.
And they were
So-
teachers, weren't they? Teachers.
yeah.
See, I know. Let me ask you this, Justin. The 4th of July, I was saying to people, and even before the 4th of July, Happy Independence Day. And some people were responding to me, I'm not free. Did they say that did anybody express that to you?
I've had that expressed to me in so many ways. I've had people tell me that they don't celebrate the 4th, especially people of color. Juneteenth is our Independence Day, last day that we know that recognized the slaves were freed down in Texas. So I have a lot of people that do say that, and I think I appreciated it more when Elizabeth brought Declaration Day forward, right, as a reinvention to what it is. Even one of our conversations, if I may bring it, when we were talking about Lady Liberty herself and the shackles still around her leg and her feet that you can see, I think it just resonates powerfully with a lot of people that we aren't always free. I think now in this political climate, we see how fragile freedom can be, even the way we see it. So.
Wow, that's something. Gee. Well, if you're just joining us, I'm Carla, and I'm thanking you so much for watching. I've got 2 special guests with me this week. I have Elizabeth Walsh with me, and I also have Justin Cheers. And we've got some valuable information we're sharing. We really do. And the thing about it is these 2 people, what I really like about both of them and admire about both of them, they're so down to earth. They're just down to earth people. We all are servants, and we want to serve. We want to help, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm here to do. And I've always been that way, to serve, to help. So, all right, so Elizabeth, let's go into some more about the future of what you want to do with, you said you've been having all the organizations, you had your Declaration Day. What's your future going to be like?
what's my future? What's our future?
Our.
Well, one, I'll share the recording of it with you, but I was really moved by the way that the first public reading of the Declaration of One Schenectady came together on that day. And we had a wide age range. I don't know what our age range is. I know our youngest reader was 7. But there's so much community love, and especially in our youngest revolutionary, who in a moment of vulnerability leaned in to receive all the love from his community and smile through uncertainties. And the community waited till he was able to find his center, but we were all there with so much love. And the words, if they're embodied, have incredible power. John Scanadore talked about our words having velocity. Our words can move when we embody them. But the Declaration of One Schenectady, the ONE, isn't just to honor that we are the only Schenectady on the entire planet, which I think is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
But that there is a distinct spirit here, and the O is about organizing thriving communities for one and all. The N is about nurturing our collective strengths, and the E is about empowering, inspiring change. Not just change, but the change that is life-giving, that brings, has us inspired to breathe life into the living world that we're in. There's a lot of grief, there's a lot of rage, there's a lot of fear, and there's also a lot of love, and all of those coincide. And to be able to, there's a set of individual commitments and a overarching vision, but I think there's a lot of power in those very intentionally chosen words that a group of people put together. That's a big picture. And then where we all choose, there's so many ways to each of us find our way within that larger vision. I am very excited to be part of Justin and I, both members in the Electric City Community Grocery, and it could be that the lease is being signed today. It's been a long time coming. It's been, we were incorporated in 2013, but the vision started earlier than that. And, community created the Schenectady Green Market to bring groceries, or bring food, fresh food into the city after, 2001 was the last time there was a grocery store in downtown Schenectady, and so that's coming to life now because people said that it shall be, and continue to put their energy behind their words, and so we should be able to open next spring. But I really, the founder of the NAACP, one of the many founders, but W.E. Du Bois, he was also the father of cooperative economics in the U.S. And that's a different way to build community-rooted health and wealth, not just wealth for shareholders that live someplace else.
So you've been doing things with Black Lives Matters. Have you?
I mean, Black Lives Matter is amazing because One Schenectady is not it's a distributed, if you believe Black Lives Matter, then, and you're working because Black Lives Matter, it's very self-organizing. So, yeah.
And have you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what have you been?
So we were part of the original, myself, Miss Miles. We did a lot of work before out in the community when we had other issues that came. I was from that, I also went on to the Civilian Police Review Board to kind of help with the policing part of it, and then we're on the legal redress, which now we've reinvigorated a lot of those committees in the NAACP that we need a lot of members to get those things as we continue to bring a lot of those committees back that were part of the founding reasons why we started NAACP. As much as I want to believe that I can do everything and that Elizabeth can do everything, the reason why she's pushing so hard to make sure, one, we have a strong membership and an active membership is because many hands make light work. And also you're going to find people whose passion is going to be in that committee, who's going to see something differently than I am, are going to find another solution, because I always believe we don't have problems, we only have solutions. So I think that's part of why we're working and why I started working Black Lives Matter, when I got in the NAACP, with Reverend Nikki when we first came in together and the executive board, and it's why we continue to work now.
So what's it like working with Justin, Elizabeth?
Justin is bright and brings a lot of encouraging, bright energy into his space, and with that, you can do hard things. So I'm really grateful. And Nikita Hardy is a deeply inspiring leader. I'm so grateful that she took on the leadership as the president. And she is someone who also embodies joy and has room for grief. I think that those, I think with big love, we make room for those things and recognize that that's part of the work too, and to actually feel and move through things. And around Justin and around Nikita, I feel revolutionary, evolutionary love present, and we can grow that. And that's, I feel that with you and y'all. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you. That's big praise. I appreciate it.
And what's it like working with Elizabeth?
Oh, she's amazing. Extremely bright. Constantly brings me good ideas that she wants to work on, or the visions that she sees. Her love for Schenectady. She told you she just got here, but she's absolutely fallen in love with Schenectady, and I love to see it, because this is, like I said, this is my home. I've loved Schenectady from the moment I was born, right?
Yes.
And to see someone from an outside view take it in so quickly and want to make it a beautiful place for everyone.
Yes.
And push forward one Schenectady is amazing to me. She's wonderful. She's constantly working. She's always going, and I love it. I love the work she does with the co-op. I love all the community she's on. Her and her husband bring such light and love every time, and some days she doesn't even realize that I'm stressing things. She always comes with a hug. She's just a wonderful person. She truly is, and I'm blessed that she joined the NAACP, and we've had conversations before that, but I'm happy I get to work closer with her now.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
beautiful.
Justin.
And when I came to your function that day, your husband said to me he remembered watching me on TV from years ago, because I started in 1978, and he said he remembered. So that was really touching for him to say that. I like that.
That'd be great.
My platform I have a lot of different ones, but two that stand out in my mind are veterans and the senior citizens, the geriatric population. What do you all do for them?
No, the correct statement is we need to do more, because we haven't done enough, and we need to continue to do more, even when we're working with it, trying to bring in our elders into the community, making sure that they're feeling connected when we're going out doing things, especially during the holiday season, as we already quickly approach the fall. We have a lot of senior citizens in this area that are losing a lot of friends, that are alone and need that support and love. And then we're also, I know I personally go out and I try to sit down and take moments outside, out the community, just to try to take in some of that wisdom. That conversation means more than you'll ever realize with a lot of our vets.
Yes.
From my position in the state Senate, I'm the committee director in the state Senate, working under the assistant to the leader. We've passed bills and legislation that assist with the cost of living for senior citizens and veterans.
Yes.
Trying to make things more affordable on both levels, from energy, from National Grid to their phones, to making sure they have all the things they need. So there's a lot of work that we do, but we still need to do more. There's a bigger investment that needs to be had, especially in the city of Schenectady, with the wisdom and love. And I tell everyone, this is the city that literally powered the nation forward. And our elders have a lot of knowledge from what they suffered through, went through, and worked through, from ups and downs. And it'd be a shame for us to waste that.
And veterans too, because so many veterans seem like they're just forgotten. And I always give my my respect to veterans too. I do, because I say people, men and women who have served our country. I mean, that means so much to me. It does. I really mean that. So to close here, what do you want to tell the viewers to close part one? What would you can look right there at them and right there and talk to them.
What would I like? I would love for every one of us, every one of you, to be able to tune in to that yearning, that desire for whatever that creative spark or that liberty moving through you is asking, and reach out. Carla had us singing, reach out and touch someone. But we're here to create We're here to create, and there are big odds, big challenges before us, but there's also incredible community love and support. And so that's here, that's available for us. Come get involved with NAACP. There's the One Schenectady Charter. We'll send the info in the program notes, but see if that inspires you as well. And there's so many different organizations doing really amazing work.
And how can you be reached? How can you be reached?
Well, I have that first Elizabeth Walsh @gmail address. So elizabeth.walsh@gmail.com is a great way to reach me. That's probably the easiest way. And I have an 814 phone number. That's that's good too. But please reach out, and then there's if you go to the Electric City Community Grocery website, you can see how to be part of that exciting movement to own part of downtown Schenectady, the part that's really by the people for the people. But the future is ours to create, and it starts when we express ourselves and come together.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Justin, what would you like to say to the viewers in closing, and then how can you be reached?
Absolutely. In closing, make sure you join the NAACP Schenectady chapter. You can go right to the main website and membership. It'll ask you for your zip code if you're a Schenectady resident or close by. That chapter is there for you. You can click on it. It's an easy application if you don't have one of our paper applications. We'll get the update that you've joined. Ms. Cynthia Farmer does a great job of letting us all know via email when we get new members, and we love to see you at one of our general meetings in the beginning of each month. So this way you can get the information, what's happening, and what's going on. One of the big messages that I'm going to leave you with today is don't get burnt out with doing good. I know at times, especially right now, it seems daunting. It seems like the world is collapsing in moments when we see it. I'm sure we're all getting 1,000 news breaks every day. Do not get burnt out with doing good. There's still people out here that are doing the hard work, that want to see everyone united together and want to see us working collectively towards a positive goal. And the NAACP is a great place to start. So is the Electric City Co-op. There are so many great organizations in the city of Schenectady that you can join, that you can be active, that you can be a part of it. Don't let them write your narrative, write it yourself. So that is the big message I would like to leave you. And thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Carla, for having us on.
My pleasure.
And there's some places where it will be for NAACP coming up too,
yes.
right?
So we will be at I Am a Father Festival in J. Burrell Park in honor of Walter Simpkins, who recently passed. And so we'll be at the Caribbean Fest in September as well. Tabling. If you see us at any of these events, please let us know that you want to join. Ask us questions. Your inquisitiveness keeps us energized as well. If you're not ready to join that day, we're not going away. As you heard, we're here to stay, and we're here to do the good work. So definitely come see us at these events. Stop by, get a takeaway when you stop at the table, and hopefully you do sign up and become a member. Like I said, there's a lot of good happening. We want to continue to do good.
I have a quick question. Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Justin, so Carla said, you look younger than the last time you were here. And I'm curious, you said, don't burn out on doing good. But could you speak to the possibility that maybe some of the doing good is keeping you young?
Absolutely. The doing good is keeping me young, and it's forcing me to make sure that I'm doing all the health things that I need to do as well, because I want to be able to do this good work. So I appreciate that compliment. You made my day. Because some days my 6-year-old makes me feel like I'm 90. But yes, the good work is definitely a positive energy feeder for you and everyone out here. And as we're talking about elders and vets, definitely come out here. We want you to be a part of us, and we want you to feel that positive energy and love as well.
Yes, and how can you be reached?
You can reach me at chairs.justin@gmail.com, CHAIRES.justin, JUSTIN@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'm always on my phone with my email trying to respond to as many things as I can. Give me grace if I take 24 hours. I apologize, but I definitely will get back to you.
Thank you very much, Justin. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for watching. And you know something? I wouldn't change a thing if I had to live my life all over. Thanks so much for watching. You know how much I love you. See you next week.
Bye.